Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. Guys, there's a massive scam going on in Jamaica today. And this is bigger than any other scam that has ever affected Jamaicans. Trust me man, outside of Christianity and the lotto scam, this is the third biggest scam in Jamaica. There are a syndicate of people who are placing ads on TikTok, on Instagram, on Facebook, even on X, and also in the newspapers advertising vehicles for sale. But they have no vehicles for sale. What they do is offer a vehicle at like 50% to 75% of what the vehicle would normally cost, and then tell you that you are the only one that is you are the first, that is a first come first serve basis that you're gonna get that vehicle. And because you see it at a certain price, them say, boy, you have to take it quick or else somebody else, because other people after it. And they give you a bank account number and you normally send off the money. And once you send the money, you know that money gone for good. And honestly, you see, when your money got away there and it gone for good, do not even bother to go at the bank, because the bank have literally thousands upon thousands of such cases pending that there is no way they can even get to your case in about another 2-3 years. And I know just now learn. Me have a brethren named Popeye from Popeye News Links, and him not tired for telling us say if the bargain look too good, something wrong with it. If it look too good to be true, then it's not true. But uno now listen. And even, believe me, even if the banks do trace it down to the place, to a certain account, normally the person whose account the money goes in is not really connected to the scammers themselves, because they don't use their personal account. Just rent an account. They just see somebody and say, you have a bank account? Yes. People send some money to me from foreign, but them can't send it in my name, Ray. So here what? The money going to come to you. I'm going to let the money, if you let the money come to your bank account, I'll give you a cut out of it. And normally, if a man say, if police come arrest a man, and him say, oh, this man say he was supposed to get some money from overseas, and him just wanted to use my bank account, and I let him just transfer it to my account and I give it to him, that man hasn't really committed any crime. Because using your bank account to transfer money to another person, as far as I know, is not a crime in Jamaica. And you cannot prove, saying they know that the money was coming from some illegal transaction. And in fact, normally, they don't know the person whose account is used. They don't even know. So you're not going to catch the person. And the person who asked them to facilitate them with a bank account, them normally don't even know the person right name, because it's just somebody with them pass and them say so and so and so. And people do it because just for a person transferring some money through your account, them can get a 10 grand, a 20 grand, a 30 grand. Right, that's how to do nothing more than simply just have some money pass through the account. You understand me? So, people will continue to do it. And there's, as far as I know, a police can, or a lawyer can confirm, but as far as I know, they can't get in any trouble for facilitating a banking transaction. Now, on a daily basis, dozens and upon dozens of people, on a daily basis, are packed up at several car marts throughout the island. It's mostly Kingston, Montego Bay, or should I say St. James, Clarendon, and of course Manchester. For some reason, they love Manchester. People walk in and come to just pick up them vehicle that them pay for, only to realize that there was no vehicle, and They use legitimate car marts in their advertisement, because what they do, they go on the internet, places like J Cars and so on, and they copy the ad. And when they copy the ad, they simply change the prices and then contact you and say, this is it, this is what was selling for, but you drop the price to XYZ, but if you want it, you have to come now. And just like that, you are scammed. And because they use legitimate companies in their headlines, you will not realize that it is not the legitimate company. Some of these people carry police with them to these legitimate car sales places, only for these car marts having to tell people, say, no, we don't know nothing about this, and it is not us. What I don't understand, is this. Are all these people first-time car buyers? But there is this case where a man purchased 2 cars, 2 Probox vehicles for $2.8 million, and go figure collect them only to hear say has been scammed. One man is $5.8 million he paid for a BMW. And that BMW cost around 7.8 and him get it for 5 point something. And him send the full amount of money, $5.8 million. Only to hear when him go, the car was at the place, yes, but nobody never buy it. At least him think him buy it because it was a real car mart. But these people are raking in as much from Jamaicans, from their own poverty-stricken fellow Jamaicans. Well, if you can't afford $5 million, you're not really poverty-stricken. But there are actually some people who show partner and take out loan and all that to go get a little vehicle, and this is what them end up with. One man from Manchester who owned a big car dealership down there, and I'm not gonna call his name. People come in his office, come faint. The man have smelling salts in his place. Just for when people come in his place, come drop down. And I'm talking serious thing, but listen to this, guys. Listen to this. All of these people are not first-time car buyers. Me know say when you go to buy a car, the first thing you do is go look on the car. You can pay for your car when you only see on paper. Come, people, make that make sense. You see car on paper and you pay hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars for car when you only see on paper. I know from my little experience, when you see a car advertised, the first thing you do is to go and look at the car. Open the bonnet, open the trunk. When you open the bonnet, of course, you're going to check the oil, check the sparks plug, check all the wiring, look at the battery, see how the battery condition look. And of course, if you are not a mechanic, if you are not a mechanic, you're going to work with a mechanic anyway. So when you're going to look at a car, you don't even go, unless it's a new car or a car under 5 years old, you're going to work with a mechanic. Of course, if it's a car mart itself, you're going to look at the car. You don't need to do that. You'd only look at it with a private buyer, because a car mart could have your own mechanic which would have sorted out everything before it is sold. Even if it's a whole jalopy, the mechanic would have sorted it out. But when you look at the car, the next thing you do, you're going to check the trunk. You're going to look for the spare tire. Look how the spare tire look. You're going to look at the lug tool. If it have the lug tool, you're going to look for the jack. And so on and so forth. And then at that point, you're going to ask for the car documents. Check the car documents against the engine number and see if it mesh and all of that. And look how much things you have to do before even purchasing, before even go think about money. Because when you go look for the car, you don't walk with money. Nobody walk with money when they're even going to look at a car. Much less when them only see it on paper and send off money. If you walk and go look for the car and the car look good, then you make and you see the car documents and everything up to date. Then at that point now, you will make whatever arrangements you can to pay the money. And you just sign off on the deal. One of the sites that they actually, which is a good car site for cars, is jcars.net. But these crooks go on jcar.net, take off the picture or copy the picture and they stuff, but change the price and so on. And you think you're dealing with jcar.net, but you're just dealing with a crook. And this is something that, let me tell you, some of the places that they do this with. Crystal Vehicle Sales, Crichton Automotives, Jetcon Corporation, and another internet car sales place called jamcars.com. And in Mandeville, they use places like K&B Motor Sales and Car Rentals, Griffiths Motor Sales, D&D Auto Sales, and Majestic Auto Sales Limited. Those are just a few in Mandeville. And in St. James, them use Car to Cars Auto, a place called Yokohama Trading. All of those places, it's like those places have to like get a separate person and give them a job to just handle these people and explain to them that they have been robbed. Because the staff having to spend hours just trying to sort it out. And sometimes a staff member from these car marts, these legitimate car marts, have to accompany these people to the police station to say, listen, I know we take them just come here this morning and say we take them money and we don't take them money, we don't know them, so I just need to wash my hands off this. And so somebody, a representative of the car marts have to keep going to the police station with these people on a regular basis, which is a job in itself. And somebody has suggested that the police might be involved because the police rarely want to take a statement and are extremely casual about the situation. They don't seem to be offering any sympathy. There are some car dealers even feel that the police are in cahoots with the scammers and that they might be getting someone suggested that they might be getting a portion of the scammed money, because based on what the owners, operators of these car marts are saying, with the casual nature in which these people who have been scammed are treated by the police, they are treated with scant regards. As a matter of fact, ordinarily, the police doesn't even want to hear anything from the representative of the car marts when they accompany the victims to the police station. They normally tell them, say, all right, this not nothing to do with you. Let the people them who lose their money and they can go on back on here. They just dismiss them. And like I said, you not go get back your money from the bank. Nothing now go come out of it. And let me repeat, listen to me good, here is why. With the tens of thousands of cases that the banking staff has to be working on, it's in a year or 2 or 3 before they get to your case. Because each case are going to take days or weeks for handle, and the banks can only have so many members of staff working on those. And when they trace down the bank account and so on and all of that, nothing still now going to come out of it, because normally it's an innocent person whose bank account was used. So the only thing that the government can do to stop this crime is by making it illegal for a third person to use the account of an individual who is unconnected to the bank, unless you like your family member and you know everything about the person. So if anything, you can carry the police, go out in yard, give them right name and have everything about them. Unless you can do that and you're 100% the person correct and proper, once you don't, you can bring the police to the person's yard and name them, give them the full identity and location of the person that used your account. You going to stand liability for every cent and go prison for it. And if that happens, the scamming will stop. And I think the government must seriously look into this. Too much people are losing their money For goodness sake, man. Finally, let me say this, and me can't repeat it enough. Listen to me again. Do not pay a cent for a vehicle that you have not seen. Check the engine, check the oil, the brake fluid, the transmission oil, the spark plug, the battery, the tires in under the bonnet, and go in at the trunk and check for the jack, for the lug tool, and the little package with the spanner and all of them little stuff there. And until you have driven the vehicle, drive it. And then, of course, check the documents, check the vehicle documents, and check it against the VIN number, or check it against the number to see if they match. Too much things are going for not on that like that. Now, if there are people out there who this has reached, and you think you know who, if you have photograph of the people who did this to you, send me the photograph, send me all the details of who you think do it and everything you know about them, and let me put it out there. Thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.